Well, welcome and good evening, you wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8, and this is part 15 of Let's Play Danganronpa V3, Killing Harmony. I actually have a... oh, volume's a little loud. There we go, that's better. I actually have a very unexpected 2-day weekend. While there were several reasons why work decided to go with this route, main reason is a lot of our smaller components that we need to build things, we're completely out of. So, I can't MacGyver a fucking Terminator. I can't just get a fucking shoestring and a paperclip and a stick of gum and build Arnold Schwarzenegger. I just can't fucking do that. That being said, I have 2 days off work. That's fucking awesome. Grantley, I've been off work for about, it's 1:09 in the morning right now. And I usually get off in the morning, usually around 7, though sometimes my shift isn't exactly solid, so there are sometimes I might actually get off work at 4 in the morning, but of course be at work earlier than my normal time. So, I don't know, it's kind of confusing. Sometimes I forget, the sky changes at times just because of, especially on the weeks where I would work 6 or 7 days, where I'm pulling 12 hours a day. I'll say this, it is very stressful. I feel like it's almost like the fucking Russian sleep experiment creepypasta, which yes, I know. That's me being overly dramatic. But the main point is this. I definitely feel like I'm a different person when I'm stressed and I feel like I'm being pushed with deadlines and I gotta do this and this. And my body's sore, and I'm feeling lightheaded, and yet I'm having to go. And it's just... when you're constantly tired, and it's just... Granted, I haven't really done much. I just did some real-world stuff with family stuff. Took a few showers. I've actually taken 4. Past 12 hours. I don't know. Went for a little bit of a drive. Aside from that, I've been binging a little bit of the anime. I don't know if you guys heard about this anime. It's called That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. It's actually a really good anime. I strongly recommend it. But, yeah. It's just, I'll say this, I'm grateful for my life. I mean, the fact that I live in a modern era of anime, and, I have a comfortable bed. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things that kind of suck a lot of times. But any of the traumatic stuff that happened in the past, that's the past. So, all I have to do is not think about that stuff. And beyond that, a lot of times I'm, a bit down and depressed because... well, maybe some chemical issues with the brain, but, that's not a big deal. I can deal with that. Beyond that, a lot of times it might be overwork. Especially if you're working 70 plus, or even an 80 plus hour work week where you're doing standing manual labor, where you're having to move constantly and you're having to actually, focus on details for shit. That's one thing I really like about playing these games. I can play a game and I don't have to care about looking for details or doing stuff a certain way. I can literally be as lost and as lazy about this shit as I want to be, because that's, a lot of these videos is just, I do these for me. You guys enjoy it, that's awesome. But I do these videos for me because I just enjoy making them. And it's a way for me to relax, or even to vent frustrations, like if I'm yelling at the Isaac video where I'm getting pissed, cussing it out, or especially Super Meat Boy. That was just non-stop F-word, non-stop. But sometimes I went off fucking deep end how much I got frustrated at that fucking meat cube constantly fucking dying. So I'll say this. It's nice to be able to vent those emotions. And yes, I am sad a lot of times, but who the fuck says there's anything wrong with that? Human beings aren't meant to be happy all the time. There is nothing wrong with me feeling happy and ecstatic and full of life sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with me perhaps feeling a little suicidally sad sometimes. Granted, maybe I feel a little bit emotionally depressed more often than I should, but who's to say there's anything wrong with that? Who says there's anything wrong with me feeling sad sometimes? That's just part of who I am. And same way there's nothing wrong with me feeling irrational anger from time to time. But, I mean, it's not like I, mistreat others because of it. I'll usually just keep that shit to myself and be polite and nice to everyone. Heck, whether it's at work or anywhere else I go, everyone's always commenting that I'm like the most optimistic and cheerful person and that they've ever met. And hell, people at work are like, how the fuck are you still staying positive? Like, aren't you pissed about this? Or aren't you pissed about, like, I'm like, yeah, of course I am. And I try to cheer other people up. I mean, if I get pissed and start yelling at work and shit, what's that gonna help? That ain't gonna help anybody. And certainly, no matter how frustrated I am, I shouldn't mistreat other people. After all, everyone's got stuff that has them down. Besides, who's to say there's anything wrong with human beings feeling sadness or frustration at times? I think it's all about an issue of balance. All things in moderation, good and bad. It's just trying to find them. And I know I'm being overly dramatic about the Russian sleep experiment thing, but I'll say this. Hopefully not to the extent of the people in the fucking Russian sleep experiment, because that would fucking a bit much. Plus, I'm pretty sure, human beings that actually did that with their organs and stuff would actually die. But, main point is this. I don't feel like I am me when I'm tired. But then again, I think that's true of anyone. If you're working 70 plus or even more hours a week at a job that you're standing and having to physically move and do stuff, and you're having people being assholes, and you're having to do a job you hate, and you're not allowed to listen to music. You can't have a radio or even a single earbud in our ears. And it's constant machine noises to the point that I think I'm starting to get hearing damage. And half the time I'm like, I feel like I'm going to pass out, or I'm having nausea, or I feel like I'm going to faint, or like my knees and back are in pain. But I'm like, I'm going to move faster now to build shit faster. Even though I just want to stay home and watch anime. I'm a simple man. I just want to live a peaceful life, watch anime, and have a big titty cat girl waifu. That's... And of course, other personal things of life, such as family stuff. But I want to try to avoid getting too personal, just because that stuff's really important. But I don't want to go into too much detail on all that. But beyond that, the fact that I live in a modern era where I have a nice comfy bed, like I have a queen-size bed, and I have my own home. Granted, it's an apartment, but still. And granted, I work my ass off, but still, my body keeps working, good enough, right? And, I have use of all my limbs, and all that stuff's good. I know there's sometimes I'll tend to be a bit depressed. Heck, there's sometimes I'll be very, very, very emotionally down, where I really, I don't want to sound like emo and shit, but there are sometimes I feel really, why do I feel embarrassed to talk about this? But I don't know. I suppose maybe the biggest things that might contribute to the fact that I tend to be depressed a lot is I just have very low self-esteem, and I'm extremely lonely. On the self-esteem regard, I kind of feel like I'm worthless, and I feel like everyone hates me half the time. Though, some people would probably consider I have paranoia. Hell, some people may even consider me a paranoid schizophrenic, but no actual diagnosis on that, so I'm good there. Besides, I'm functioning better, or at least, I exist in this world and I get along with everyone. Even if a lot of times I do have very erratic thought patterns. I mean, I don't act on anything, and I've never hurt anyone. I think at the end of the day, I'm just a guy who wants to watch anime, live in peace, spend time with my family, loved ones. I want to be able to see the world. I want to be able to lay in a field, watch some clouds go by, eat some good food, play some video games, make some new friends. You know, have people in my life who appreciate me and respect me and are nice to me and don't consider me disposable. Because that's another thing, I kind of feel like, especially a lot of things, I feel like, especially when it comes to relationships, I just feel like I'm disposable, you know, like, that's how people view me, like, I'm just gonna be thrown away, and I'm like, that's a depressing line of thought to go on. I know I was mentioning that depression stuff and feeling sad sometimes, but I'll say this, there are ASMRs out there. There's stuff for, like, people with low self-esteem, and for people that are thinking about hurting themselves and stuff like that. Which, I mean, there are times I do think about that stuff. Technically every day of my life since my earliest memory, but, you know, that's, you know, never acted on it. I've just, yeah, that's just part of who I am. Maybe, well, no, that's not a maybe. I definitely am not normal. I'm not even remotely normal. But at the end of the day, I'm somebody who would never want to hurt anybody, and I just want to live in peace with people. Oh, I am constantly scared and anxious of everything. And sometimes my emotions toward life and morality of certain things varies, but I at least keep myself a set rules that I live by, regardless of how my emotional state changes. But yeah, I definitely feel like I'm definitely a very different person when I'm exhausted or stressed out. Like if I am overworked or not getting enough sleep, or maybe like it's one of those days where the migraines are getting really, really, really bad. And I feel like I'm just not myself. I mean, of course, you're really stressed, you feel like you're ready to snap, you're exhausted, you feel like you're about to pass out at any time, you feel like you could be offered anything in the whole world that you could want. And honestly, like you could be given a genie to give you a wish, and it would literally be, your first wish would be, I want to lay down and take a nap. And a lot of times that's how I feel like my whole day at work. Granted, my body would be sore, I'll still try to push myself as hard as I can. And it's not that I really care about building the Terminators, it's just I'm a stubborn bastard. You give me a task, I sometimes go at it with an overly zealous just drive, and it's just maybe not healthy. I know I have an addictive personality, so if there's anything I do, even if it's something I dislike, I tend to form an addiction to it, whether it's like, it's a good thing I've never done drugs, because yeah, I could never give up ice cold Pepsi. It's too good. Like, I know there's some people when they get elderly that they eventually can't drink normal water without drowning in it because they can't swallow correctly. So they have to put this stuff like the starch in there called thicket, which that looks so horrible. So if I ever unfortunately were to have to be in that situation, which hopefully shouldn't be for like another 60 years if I live that long. Hell, if the planet lives that long. Because every time you look at the fucking news, it's like, oh, here's a shooting, there's a natural disaster, here's threat of war. I'm like, the news is depressing. It's just, you can wake up with like, ice cold Pepsi, we got some hope today, boys! Let's turn on the news! And you just hear fucking shitty story about stuff that either seems like it's meant to make you scared, or angry, or depressed, or feel like there's no... I'm like, what's the... Like, the news is like, it's overwhelming, the stuff that happens out there. And I'm like, I don't know how a person could process all that shit on a daily basis. I'm gonna drink some of this water. I also have some root beer, but it's all flat, so I don't want to drink it. But I know I'm rambling on a bit. I feel like I'm definitely not me when I'm really tired and exhausted. And it's just... And honestly, I'd say probably some of the biggest things is like self-esteem and loneliness. But then again, I'd rather be alone than ever be with somebody who's abusive to me again, or mistreats me, or, well, you get the idea. Main point is, I'd rather feel safe and actually be able to live in peace than to be with somebody who isn't going to care about me and is just going to hurt me and treat me badly or take advantage of me. Granted, it'd be nice to have somebody who actually, is nice to be with, who is nice to you and all that, but hey, you guys know my batting average when it comes to rejection and shit, so yeah. Not the greatest for self-esteem there. But yeah, maybe I'm a bit too hard on myself when it comes to judging myself. Then again, maybe I'm not hard enough. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not rich. I'm not attractive. I can't say I'm interesting as a person. I'm not really skilled at anything. And I can't say I'm special in any way. At the end of the day, if I were to be gone, it really wouldn't make a difference to this world or anyone in it. But, and I know there's a lot of things that a lot of people would judge me very harshly for. Like, even though I've never hurt anyone, like, there's lots of things people would judge me for. Like, I don't know, I haven't made enough money. Or I haven't accomplished anything. Like, you just work at a factory building Terminators. No, you can't play your guitar worth of shit. You can't draw. Everything you've ever attempted has resulted in failure. Like, any language I ever tried to learn, I can't remember shit from it. And anything I do, even playing these games, I'm fucking subpar as shit. So at the end of the day, like, I'm a fucking failure at everything. But that's fine. Who says there's anything wrong with being a failure at everything? That's just who I am. So I can just accept that and just try to enjoy my life of watching anime like that time I got reincarnated as a slime. That's pretty good. I mean, I enjoy that. All these animes are like so fucking cool. I definitely agree with Rimuru. Like the scenes where he's just like at that elf bar with the girls with the big tits, and he's just like being surrounded with the boobs. I'm like, yeah, that looks really nice, Rimuru. That looks like a lot of fun. I also know a lot of people have, in real life, have been quite harsh about certain things. Like, well, a lot of people would feel that I am a bad person because I, am not 100% straight. Because even though I like women and I don't like men, I do like futanari and traps and, lots of hentai about stuff like that. And so even though I like women and I don't like men, I do have an interest in stuff that, well, other people consider gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. There isn't. There isn't anything wrong with that. But a lot of people in the real world have, especially churches, have voiced very strongly that I'm gonna burn in hell. And I'm a monster. So, that's depressing. But, like I said, I'm not fucking normal, guys. I I don't know what you guys fucking expected whenever you click on this video or any video I ever made. But if it was me being normal, then no, this is not the place for that. I'm not normal. I like anime. I'm not as straight as other people would like me to be. I'm not good at fighting. I've been in lots of fights, but they mostly consisted of groups of 5 or 6 people kicking my ass in an alley. On a side note, guys, taking a brick to the head repeatedly hurts. A lot, actually. Actually, only for the first 3 times, then it sort of stops hurting. So, yeah. Actually, going face first into a radiator hurt more than that. Anyway, main point. Or, you know, I suppose the other things, like I said, I'm not really skilled at anything. I'm not really athletic. I'm not really good at anything that would make me of value to society or anyone else. At the end of the day, I'm just a guy who builds fucking Terminators, and I don't enjoy it. Can't even listen to fucking music. Why can't I listen to fucking System of Down or something while I build the fucking Terminators? Damn it. It's fucking tedious, and I fucking hate it, and I don't... The only reason I do it is because, you know, they pay me enough money to pay my rent and to do things like buy a computer to play danganronpa. So, oh, and food, because I'm a fat ass. But I like to eat. Maybe not the best way to cope with stress, but hey, I'm not doing drugs, so that's good. That's the only drugs I've really ever done is either supplements from a health store because I'm trying to be healthier, but then again I say that and then I eat a bunch of chocolate and soda, but yeah, I like my caffeine, I like my sugar, I like chocolate, and I like bacon. One time I tried to make a meatloaf out of bacon. You know how like normally you make a meatloaf hamburger? I tried to do it with bacon instead of hamburger. Did not work out the best. I eventually had to cut it up in pieces, cook it the rest of the way in a skillet. That was a couple years back. But I don't know, there was one time I went to a concert and like I went with some friends, but I was like rooming at a different hotel. So I was in a hotel room by myself. And like 4 of them were in a hotel room together. So there were 2 couples together and then me by myself in a different hotel. Not even just a different hotel room in the same hotel. I was in a different hotel. So I was like a couple miles away. It's a big ass city we went to see that concert. It was a concert that actually lasted a few days. It was really big. I think they call it like... What's it called now? I think at one point they started calling it Sonic Temple. And then they changed the name again or something. I don't know. There's a radio station called The Blitz. But... Yeah, it was called Rock on the Range back then. And... It was cool. It was a lot of fun. It was just... Like, their night consisted of, 4 of them in a fucking hotel room, and apparently they spent their night eating Donato's pizza, taking Xanax, drinking beer, and all having group sex, I guess? Which, I mean, good for them. I mean, on the one hand, sex would be nice, but not in that situation. I don't really want, not that way. That's not what I would want. Whereas me, I was in my hotel room, where apparently my shower head was meant for people with, like, wheelchair disability or something like that, but the shower head wasn't there, so it was just a fucking metal tube hanging out of the fucking wall. So I tried to take a shower with it, but it, like, shot the water out too high of pressure. So I had to put like my hand in front of it because it was like too hard. It would actually hurt my back and my chest and more delicate regions. So I would do that, and I would basically the splash from that is what I used to wash. But By the time I was done, there was water on every square inch of that ceiling where it was raining from the sky. Which, partly I felt bad, but partly I'm like, if they didn't want me to fucking do this, you know, maybe they should have gave me a properly functioning shower. That being said, I was kind of hungry. I walked to a local grocery store. You know, like a convenience store thing, I think? Not sure. It's been a few years. But probably wasn't the safest thing, because it's a really big city, but I don't know. I tend to be pretty good at avoiding people, I guess. But I got some chocolate muffins, and I think some soda, and came back to my hotel room. I watched some South Park on the TV that was there. I then started eating the muffins to only realize I'd gotten sugar-free diet muffins. And I'm like, fucking son of a bitch! But it was really good concerts. I'm not sure. We're like 26 minutes into this video. I haven't played the game at all. Yeah. I feel like I should say something else. I don't know. How about this? There's an ASMR channel out there. I think the name, if I'm remembering it right, is like Cherry Blossom. So like Cherry Blossom ASMR. I've listened to her stuff a few times. It's been helpful on days that I feel more down. Which, I mean, who says people have to be happy all the time? You know, who says there's anything wrong? Who says there's anything wrong with me as a person, that I'm a bad person, that I feel that way sometimes? You know, now granted, if you guys don't feel that way ever, good for you. I'm actually happy for you. But who's to say there's anything really wrong with me as a person? It doesn't make me a bad person that I feel that way sometimes. But yeah, that Cherry Blossom ASMR channel, it helps to listen to her videos sometimes. It helps me to, honestly, if I'm being completely honest, it's really just me laying in bed in the dark, listening to the ASMR video and crying to myself. But hey, it helps me feel better. So, I mean, who says there's anything wrong with me feeling sad sometimes? And besides, if there's things like that, I'm sure I'm not the only person who's benefited from, you know, a video like that. You know, of somebody basically trying to post a video that helps people cope with feeling worthless or sad. Sorry I ramble, guys. I know I constantly say I'm going to try to stop doing it, but I just don't think that's in me. I don't think that's who I am. I'll try still, but I'm going to continue to fail. But that's kind of who I am. Both in the talking part and the failure part. But hey, who says there's anything really wrong with me being a failure? So, oh well. I'm not sure how much of the trial we'll get through, but let's try to hop in this at least a little bit. I know these trials, like each game, it seems more hectic and a little bit more training. But you guys are going to get 2 videos, and I'll try to make sure the other videos more actual gameplay. I know there's like some of my Isaac videos I'll sometimes have, like some of my Isaac videos will have just the game music, some will have no music at all, or even no sound effects, just my voice. Some will have 1 layer of clean music, some will have 4. I had one person comment on a video where I had like 4 different layers of music, and they're like, yeah, it'd probably be good if you didn't have all this peaking and background noise. And I'm like, hey, thank you for the comment, I appreciate it, but you know, there are videos where I do have clean, or I do have just 1 layer of music and it's completely clear. And then there's ones like this that have 4 layers all overlapping each other, because I'm an incisive bastard who wants to listen to everything at once. Or some having up to like a dozen different layers of music all playing at the same time. Which again is because I'm an indecisive bastard who wants to listen to all the different music at the same time. Because I enjoy how it sounds together. And 2, it's my form of self-expression. Grantedly, it's very disorganized and probably unappealing to just about everyone in the world, but I think that disorganized and unappealing to everyone in the world, I think, sums up my entire life and me as a person. So, I guess it fits. Anyway, let's go and hop into the game. Okay, sorry I spent the first half hour just being me. I really am enjoying watching the time I got reincarnated as a slime. It's a really fun anime. And like I said, I'll do 2 videos because I have 2 days off. Because, like I said, I can't fucking MacGyver a Terminator. I cannot build Arnold Schwarzenegger out of a fucking shoestring and a paperclip. Am I in the trial yet? I think this would be it. Because I think I was about to start the trial. But why does it still say investigation? Again, I know I probably said this before. Would it be tasteless of me to have a video that's just this picture and it has Into the Water by Death Clock? Or the Mermaider songs, Mermaider 1, Mermaider 2. But how about this? Into the water. Go into the water. Live there. Die there. You guys know Nathan Explosion, Death Clock, Metalocalypse, right? It's really funny. It's... Granted, I don't know what age would be appropriate to start watching that, because there are some inappropriate scenes that I wouldn't think would be okay for small children. Why do I look at Himiko and feel like she's about to do the fusion dance? Oh my god, Chaozu's fucking soulless eye right there. Oh my god, the red tint actually makes it terrifying. Why does Gonta remind me of Piccolo standing like that, like he's protecting Gohan? Yeah, I definitely looked up a lot of hentai of you. It was actually surprisingly more tame than I thought it would be. Especially given that face. Kinda feel bad Kaede's dead. Oh, by the way, Kaede's the name of the character who played, it's her IRL name in the anime. Is it Bofuri or Bofuri? B-O-F-U-R-I. It's this Maple. It's I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out defense. It's 12 episodes. There's supposed to be a season 2 at some point. It's like the most wholesome anime ever, and it feels like Gurren Lagann. But it's so hilarious. But it's extremely wholesome. This game is not wholesome. I am not wholesome. Yes, please. I will save up here. Okay. Okay. Do I have any kind of skills? I can buy them. That could come in handy. That could be big. Son of a bitch! How many do I have? 1. Great. How do I equip things? Well, foolish. On the plus side, even though I really would have wanted this, even if I hadn't bought this, I wouldn't be able to afford it. Okay. Nope. Okay. Between this part and the next part, I should be able to get through the class trials.
Let's begin with the basic explanation.
I'm gonna drink some water while I listen to you, Monokomo. It's a fucking jug of water. It contains, well, 1 gallon, but 3.78 liters.
During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it.
I think Maki did it.
Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened. And
I feel like I should eat something at a restaurant tomorrow, but I don't know what the fuck.
Also, refusing to vote will result in your death. So you better vote for someone. Now, let's get this crazy awesome to the max trial underway!
We need to find you a thesaurus, Monokomo. And a conscience, one of those two.
I think we all know who the most suspicious one is. It's...
Let's combine our power and work together, everyone! Now lend me your energy, everyone, so we can catch the culprit!
Okay.
Because the murder happened during the magic show, the culprit can only be...
Yeah! I'm in top form today!
I have no idea how to pronounce your last name. Letting it, I don't know how to pronounce just about everyone's names.
Tenko, why are you interrupting me? We can't have a good trial if you talk over me.
I don't think you're doing anything productive for the trial.
Huh? I'm not interrupting you!
You totally are, but I'll allow it because I want you to.
Worthless anyway, because all males want to talk about is S.E. Himiko seems suspicious.
I didn't expect you to say that.
Hey! Angie, how can you accuse Himiko? Aren't you her friend? I'm just telling you what Atua is telling me. He is using his divine knowledge to show us the way to survive.
I don't think you have a grip on reality.
You should thank him, lest he pour his holy wrath upon you all.
I already said I didn't think you had a grip on reality. I feel that was an understatement.
Screw Atua! That guy's got nothing on me.
For a second there, the way the podium is in front of her made me think that she wasn't wearing a skirt, it was just panties. But that's just my own pervy mind, guys.
I'll protect Himiko!
But it does point to Himiko being the most suspicious.
Ryoma died during Himiko's magic show. His body appearing in the water tank leads one to think the escape trick played a part. It's only natural we suspect.
Looking forward to seeing one of the Mono Cubs die. Also, I don't care about Maki dying.
No, that's wrong. The underwater escape wasn't a trick. It was magic.
Then use it to kill Monokomo.
It's not the part you need to deny. You gotta tell us you're not the culprit.
Magic, huh? It's so cool. What a mysterious miracle. Now, did you kill Ryoma, Himiko? Atua will hear your confession.
You know, the fact that, you know what makes this especially poignant? Is the fact that just, the day ago, Angie was the one hugging Himiko and trying to help Himiko have, acceptance and peace. Like, you were literally the person who was being the most comforting person to her. And you're the one trying to literally drag her into the mouth of the wolf.
Stop it! There's no way any of that is true!
It's true, though. Himiko used the underwater escape trick to kill Ryoma.
Guys! I don't think you guys are using any kind of rational chain of thought here.
But I still don't have a clue how Himiko did the trick.
There's no trick. That really was magic.
Maybe it really was magic.
Please stop it. If you don't reveal your trick now, then we'll vote you as the culprit.
Stop picking on Himiko! A cute tiny flower like her couldn't kill anyone.
Actually, everyone could kill anyone. I mean, myself, all of you, everyone's capable. It's just the issue of one, there is your own choices, choosing not to, and two, there are situations. Like if you were living in this fucking death game like this, I feel like the probability of you doing something bad would go way up. But that's true of all of us. So, some of it's personal choices, some of it's the world we live in, some of it maybe even just the people and situations you gotta deal with.
I get that you want to defend her, but that might be a bit much.
Yeah, she was laying on a bit. I agree with her, but I am the ultimate detective. Batman, the early years. Before we punched everyone in the face.
Atua has blessed me with an epiphany. The culprit used the underwater escape trick to pull off a sneaky switcheroo with Fiona.
After that, the time ran out. The tank about Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring out.
I'll be honest. I thought they were about to say,
Atua has blessed me with an epiphany.
what is that Borderlands 3 shit?
Underwater escape trick to pull off a sneaky switcheroo with Fiona.
After that, the time ran out. The tank about Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring out.
And he was eating alive.
That's what I was trying to. Damn it.
That's wrong!
No, Ryoma's death was not caused by the piranhas. The Monokuma file indicates the cause of death is drowning.
So it wasn't the piranhas then. It was drowned.
Ooh, I see. I haven't checked the Monokuma file.
Are you even taking this shit seriously, Oma?
You lying little brat! Telling lies is what turns you into a degenerate male.
I don't appreciate the sexism.
So what?
Yes, I'm a degenerate. But that's not because I'm a male. I'm pretty sure, no matter what, I'm a degenerate. I like big boobs, okay? Then again, I've also dated women with flat A-cup chests, too. So, but preferably I'd say 40 double D is probably the best size. But I've also dated women with an A-cup, and I was perfectly happy with that. I also played with those boobies quite a bit too. Turns out when you suck on those nipples, they're pretty tender. They're very sensitive. Though speaking of size, I would like it if my dick was bigger, but hey. I'm pretty sure everyone I ever dated probably would have agreed with that. So,
Ryoma drowned, Himiko changed places with him, and then the piranhas ate him, right?
I don't understand your thought process, Angie.
No, Himiko only had 60 seconds to escape from the tank. Even if they changed places at the start of the show, that's insufficient time to drown someone.
Yes.
If that is the case, then when did he drown?
Probably hours earlier. Oh, why? I was pressing A.
That's it! Ryoma was already drowned before the show started.
I want a spin-off show. I want a spin-off show where Suichi Sahara is traveling around like a Sherlock on Holmes show. Like Sherlock and Watson. But I want Suichi Sahara to be Sherlock. And I want Kratos from God of War to be Watson. And I want a detective show that is Suichi Sahara and Kratos working together as partners. And they can still be in England. But I want Suichi Sahara and Kratos to be best buddies.
Agreed.
Before being eaten by the piranhas, he made no attempt to escape the water. To be precise, he made no movements whatsoever. By that point, he had already joined the ranks of the dead.
I feel like you've probably memorized Edgar Allan Poe, man.
Could that mean his body was hidden until the
Can you overdose on Edgar Allan Poe?
Hidden? Where?
The culprit would have had to hide the body near the tank, and then show it during the act.
But why? Were they trying to frame Himiko? They're like, if you're gonna kill someone, why would you do it that way?
Was there a place on stage where the culprit could have hid the body? Oh wait! Himiko should know since she performed the underwater escape trick.
Himiko, why won't you just explain it to us?
Because it's magic.
No, maybe it really was magic.
Ganta.
Shut up.
Himiko is committed to her act, but those who deal in dreams are...
Why is everyone still picking on Himiko? You're all worse than a drunk dad's ramblings.
I am worried about your childhood now, Tenko.
We should let him vent. After all, it's tough being the man of the house.
What?
Man, we gotta figure out how the trick works to find where the body was hidden.
But Himiko does not wish to tell us how she performed her act.
Then let's work together to reveal the secrets behind Himiko's trick!
So, not real magic?
No, it was real magic. Magic.
If I had epilepsy, I would not appreciate this.
Mom! It's Himiko's curse! Her curses are really powerful!
What?
Aren't incantations usually more, complicated than that?
Why are podiums moving? Why do we not have motion sickness?
How did Himiko escape the water tank?
Maybe she just climbed out and no one noticed.
Nah, she definitely would have been caught.
Perhaps the mechanism was set up on the stage.
The curtain covering the tank was certainly suspicious.
What about that square pane of glass we found in the tank?
Maybe the tank had a secret hatch.
It must be real magic!
Yeah! Real escape magic!
Maybe there were two Himikos,
What?
and one of them was Sumugi in disguise.
She can't do real people.
What costumes aren't disguises?
How did Himiko escape the water tank?
Maybe she just climbed out and no one noticed.
Nah, she definitely would have been caught.
Perhaps the mechanism was set up on the stage.
The curtain covering the tank was certainly suspicious.
What about that square pane of glass we found in the tank?
Maybe the tank had a secret hatch.
I agree.
Saw that you offered that up, Maki.
Maki was correct. There was an escape hatch on that tank.
I see. So it did have one.
That's right. I discovered a similar tank in Himiko's lab. There was a panel on the side that could open. That was her escape.
Mind over strength!
Why?
No! Your logic is all wrong, Shuichi.
Why?
What do you mean?
And you don't even know why you're wrong either. Typical degenerate male.
I don't appreciate you talking down to me.
I'll smash in your face with my fists of hot burning steel!
That's not how debates work. Oh shit. Wet staircase.
The tank being open.
What, how do I do this again? Oh, this is terrible. No one likes this. Oh, I have to adjust it this way. Oh, this is horrible.
And now, I'm gonna punch you.
Oh god. I didn't button mash here, don't I?
Before
No?
you punch me, what makes you so sure she didn't?
Because if she escaped from a hatch in the tank, the water would have gushed out with her. There would have been water everywhere.
I'll cut through your words. There was a reason the room wasn't flooded with water. The staircase that was attached to the water tank.
Like, here's the thing. While I understand that this is the kind of interaction, I'm having to focus so much on moving the cutting stuff that I can't pay attention to the dialogue. I can't pay attention to what they're saying because I'm paying too much to how it would change an angle of a scissors thing.
Try to remember how the staircase was positioned. It was aligned perfectly with the tank's escape hatch. Meaning, the water tank was connected to the inside of the staircase.
Inside staircase? His body was in stairs?
Knowing that, it's clear how Himiko made her escape from underwater. There was a curtain covering the tank during the performance, allowing Himiko to enter the staircase from the hatch undetected. Any water that spilled out would have simply funneled into the staircase.
So how do you get out from the staircase?
The staircase also has an escape hatch, one facing away from us. It's placed so that the water would not drain from the staircase.
In which case, a person could exit and leave water inside the staircase.
However, that person would be soaked, meaning that some trace should be left.
That would explain why there was a puddle around the stairs.
So when Himiko came out from the stairs, her wet clothes dripped water all over it.
Ha ha, bitch! Caught you soaking wet and red-handed.
I have a question. Like, obviously a magician who, it's about sleight of hand and tricking your audience so that they can't tell what happens. But as a magician, I mean, obviously, the idea is that you're doing a well-done trick. But if you're a magician and somebody figures out through logic and deduction how you performed your illusion, your sleight of hand, are you impressed? Are you like, wow, this person actually paid enough attention to my efforts that they were able to figure it out? They cared enough to actually think about it, and they were smart enough to actually use it. Like, are you both impressed and you're grateful that they were actually paying that close attention to your hard work?
Judging from Himiko's reaction, you hit it right on the bullseye.
But Himiko's clothes should have been wet when she left the water tank.
When she just had to change of clothes?
Her clothes were definitely not wet.
That's because my underwater escape wasn't a trick. It was magic.
We won't think any less of you if it's not actual magic. I mean, the fact that you're having to logic things through yourself,
That's it! It's because she changed her uniform.
The dormitory is stocked with uniforms. Did you hide one behind the stage in advance?
I remember seeing Himiko go to the gym this morning, carrying a uniform and a towel.
Oh! Why would you say that?
I see. She had a towel, too. She may not have had time to fully dry her hair. But short hair and hat ensured we were none the wiser.
Himiko can't get wet, because her body repels water.
That doesn't make sense.
Huh?
Why would that matter?
Himiko, come on. Give it up already.
Like, we don't respect you any less.
Fine. You win.
It doesn't mean it's any less impressive.
It's just like you said. The water tank and staircase both have mechanisms.
Hey, you put a lot of hard work into it. We appreciate that. We're not dumbasses.
So I was correct.
But that doesn't mean I used them. I didn't need them, because I used my magic.
I argue that if you had magic, we wouldn't be here.
Again with the magic crap. Were you dropped on your head as a kid?
We were all probably. Given the way everyone responds to
Now I
everything.
understand how the trick was performed.
Thank you! Character who belongs in Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yes, let us proceed. Where did the culprit hide Ryoma's body? From our discussion earlier, his body could have been in the space inside the staircase.
But that's where Himiko would escape from, right?
So Himiko went in the stairs with the body? What kind of kinky shit is she into?
Why do you sound turned on and mortified? Those shouldn't be coexisting emotions.
That seems unlikely. There isn't enough space for two people to fit in there.
Not gonna go for the low-hanging fruit there.
It'd be hard to fit even Ryoma and Himiko in there. Who says they went in together? She could have made the switch as she was leaving the tank.
I can't understand you, Angie.
At the same time, she could have pulled out the body from inside the stairs.
Like, do you want Himiko to be the killer?
That way she'd have room to put herself in there. See how easy that is?
Like, if I was Himiko, I don't think I would trust you ever again.
Places with Ryoma's body.
Wait a minute! Why did you automatically assume it was Himiko?
Who else but Himiko could have done it?
Anyone.
Angie, you spent more time with Himiko than any of us, so why are you accusing her?
Yeah, it seems weird.
You may think you're protecting Himiko, but what if she really is the culprit?
I mean, if she is, but... You kind of jumped that bandwagon pretty fucking fast.
We'll all die, and it will be all your fault. Atua will lose precious devotees.
The only one here who cares is you and Himiko.
Are you okay with that, Tenko?
I'm totally fine with that.
I
I don't
want...
care what anyone says. Himiko would never murder someone. That's what I believe more than anything.
Is that your ninja way?
I want to believe in her, no matter what. If I can't do that, then I'd rather just die.
Okay, I respect you more. You're staying true to your friendship. That's important.
So until this body takes its final breath, I'm gonna keep believing in
And I
Himiko.
think Himiko actually really needs to hear that. So thank you. What the fuck are we gonna argue? What is there to argue?
The only one who could have switched out Ryoma's body is Himiko herself.
Hey.
Himiko was escaping the tank. She dragged out the body hidden in the stairs. And simply switched places with it.
Are you telling me you saw that happen?
No one could have seen that. It would have occurred in the middle of the show, when the tank was covered with a curtain.
So basically, no one saw anything.
No? Shit.
Damn it!
The only one who could have switched out Ryoma's body is Himiko herself.
When Himiko was escaping the tank, She dragged out the body hidden in the stairs.
I'm gonna drink some water out of this jug while I
Are you telling me?
fail a simple logic puzzle.
No one could have seen that. It would have occurred in the middle of the show, when the tank was covered with a curtain.
So basically, no one saw anything.
I didn't do it, I swear. Ryoma's corpse wasn't in the staircase.
Quit lying, you donkey-lipped con artist!
What the
She's
fuck?
not lying! She's not a con artist and she doesn't have donkey lips!
Oh, okay,
The
Gonta.
only one who could have switched out Ryoma's body is Himiko herself.
Would I? No?
The only one who could have switched out Ryoma's
I'm
body
glad they gave me that hint at
is
the end.
Himiko herself.
When
Oh, no one saw anything. That's when I'm supposed to use Gonta.
she dragged out the body hidden in the
I'm talking about him like he's fucking Kaioken. Gonta times 4!
Are you telling me you saw that happen?
No one could have seen that. It would have occurred in the middle of the show, when the tank was covered with a curtain.
So basically, no one saw anything.
That's wrong!
Someone did see inside the tank. It was Gonta. Gonta had climbed onto the stage and was looking into the tank from above. Isn't that right, Gonta?
Yeah, Gonta saw down into tank, but saw no one in there.
Nothing was in there?
Yeah, no one. Guess that clue no good, huh?
No, that's actually a great clue. If Ryoma's body was hidden inside the Himiko would have had to pull them out before there certainly wasn't enough room in the staircase for both of them. But that means if the tank
We definitely can rule out that Himiko is claustrophobic.
Ryoma's body must not have been hidden in the staircase.
What if they squeezed into that space with Ryoma's body to avoid getting caught?
Then they wouldn't have enough time to put the body back
She
in.
had no need to worry about us witnessing her at that point, for the entire stage was hidden behind a curtain.
Then the culprit never would have considered hiding inside the staircase with the body. Entering the staircase after moving the body is much faster, and seems more rational too.
Oh my god. You guys are using logic! Oh my god! I'm so proud of you motherfuckers!
Ryoma's body wasn't hidden in the stairs?
Someone better say where the fucking body was hidden, or I'm gonna start cutting throats!
Okay. Okay, I know
Where
it.
were you hiding Ryoma's body?
It wasn't really in the stairs, was it?
After all, there was only enough space for Himiko.
Well, how about behind the curtain?
If there was a way to enter the tank from there, then it would be plausible.
Or maybe the body was in the tank all along, but we just couldn't see it.
Impossible. You need top-notch visual effects to pull that off.
And what of the tank containing the piranhas?
That's what I need.
No way! If you put a body in there, the piranhas would have eaten it way before we saw it.
But if the body and separate,
I agree.
Kyo's hypothesis is correct. The body and the piranhas were separated. This was accomplished using the square glass pane found in the tank.
using that glass pane as a divider, a safe space could be created in the tank. It is such a space that the body could be stored, separated from
That means Ryoma's body was hidden in the piranha tank the whole time.
I mean, people did say it looked more cramped.
So Ryoma's body fell into the water tank with the piranhas?
Gonta knew it!
What is it, Gonta?
Gonta was above stage when piranhas fall. That's why Gonta sees something no one else could. When piranhas fell, Gonta sees some big thing fall into water tank with them.
Why didn't you mention this earlier? If you could pick anything out in that fucking blur, you have fucking Sharingan level eye powers, man.
Now that Gonta think about it, Gonta may even see Ryoma's body.
When the piranhas dropped from the tank, I thought I saw something bigger drop as well.
Again, you guys could catch shit, good for you. You guys must be like where the fucking Renegon came from.
The water tank on the bottom is made completely out of glass, correct? You can see what is happening through the glass. Can you really hide a body in the tank?
Even in murky water, a dead body would still be visible in a glass tank.
Unless a certain something was used to obscure the body.
A certain something?
We all agree that the glass pane was used to separate the body from the piranhas, correct? Well, that method has the added benefit of hiding the body from view.
You're the magician! Oh my god! Maybe?
This is it!
Okay, I was like 50-50 on that one.
The piranhas were obscuring the body.
Huh? The piranha?
That's right. Remember what Angie said?
What is it, like reflective glass? So it look like a mirror?
Increased that significantly? I didn't know piranhas fuck like rabbits.
It seemed that way, but it wasn't at the actual number of piranhas. The glass pane divided the tank nearly. The piranhas got crowded together, making it look like there were more of them.
The more densely the piranhas are packed, the harder it is to see past them.
Because of that, it was difficult to see the body hidden in the tank.
The glass pane was lit from the piranha tank. It was really easy to get past that way. No wonder they used it as a mirror.
Hey, thanks for telling us that useless...
What the heck are you saying? That detail. Sure, the lid looks a little big, but if you set it diagonally. Nice job, Himiko! You're.
This much evidence? It seems like the body was dead.
Congrats, Himiko! Now there should be no reason. Yeah, because if you didn't switch places with the body, then you couldn't have killed him.
It only means we now have other suspects. You are not cleared of suspicion just yet.
I mean, yeah, she was always a suspect. She still is. It just...
Okay, but still, that's way better!
Okay, I'll accept it.
That's wonderful news, Himiko! Atua is happy for you.
Why is Atua so fucking useless?
Apologize, Angie! You and your Atua better tell Himiko you're sorry, right?
Yeah, I kind of feel she deserves it now.
Atua is sleeping. He went to bed angry because you all doubted him.
Wouldn't doubt if he wasn't such a dick!
What a petty-ass god!
No, it's okay. We shouldn't be mad at Angie. We should be mad at this past trial, at this killing game.
I'd agree, but I think Monokuma still gets off on that.
That's what Atua said anyway. It's too bad that the handsome god went to bed angry, though.
I am... What?
Himiko's still brainwashed.
Yep, actually I agree with you
Just
there.
yet. This is gonna be a breeze.
Great, now what are we gonna do? We're back to square one.
And why are we back to square one?
Because any of us could still be the culprit. Jeez! You flunked out of Tard school or something?
Nuh-uh. Not everyone. We can narrow it down to whoever doesn't have an alibi yet.
Huh? What alibi?
I guess I should have known a dumb whore pig like you wouldn't understand. So let me explain.
Who you calling a dumb pig?
If there's this much evidence, then there's
Why do I
no
get the
mistake
impression
body
you
was
would
hidden
really
in the
love being
piranha tank.
spanked?
But for someone to plant the body in there with such limited time is pretty tricky.
Thankfully, we had a fucking meet and greet.
That's it! It was done yesterday, before nighttime.
Ding, ding, ding! The ultimate detective gets it right again!
Wait, how do you know it was before nighttime yesterday?
Stop asking me dumbass questions. It could have been solved with the process of elimination. Jeez. Fine. I'll explain it to the itty-bitty pea-brained bitchlet.
Why are you making that face?
First, the gym was closed during nighttime, so no one could have entered.
If you try to enter the gym at night, it'll go off.
You talking about my butthole?
What the fuck?
No, she means the alarm.
After nighttime passed, morning came. But hiding the body before...
Yep, Himiko and I were waiting in front of the gym before the morning announcement.
Which leaves only one possibility. It was done before nighttime yesterday. Anyone who doesn't get this is just as stupid as the whore bitchlet over there.
I have mixed feelings.
So the culprit placed Ryoma's corpse in the piranha tank before nighttime yesterday? Which means he was also killed during that time frame.
Yay! Now we know what time the crime happened, right?
I still don't really get it, though. Can we narrow down the time of death a bit more?
What? What?
Damn it!
What? What am I supposed to do then?
This is it! If we can find out who last saw Ryoma alive, we can narrow down the time of death. Kirumi, you were asking everyone when they had last seen him, right?
Yes, Gonta was the last person who saw Ryoma.
What? Really?
And when was the last time Gonta saw Ryoma?
When Gonta was inviting Gonta think that
Inviting!
8 p.m.?
If he was last seen at 8 p.m. and was killed before nighttime officially began,
Then we can assume the crime took place between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night.
Gonta? Inviting.
So all we must do is find someone with no alibi for that time period, yes? Simple enough. After all, most of us were detained by Gonta then.
Thank you for not beating around the bush.
If I recall correctly, the only people that
That would be the four of us. Myself, Kaito, you, and also Maki.
I wonder who it was.
Well, Kirumi, you would tell the truth, even if it screwed you over.
I do
Oh,
this for others. It is my duty to unveil the truth, so I do not care if...
Besides, you have an alibi. You and got Oma.
Oh, beautiful! Your spirit of self-sacrifice is just too beautiful!
Why do you remind me of Amane from Season 2 of Baki the Grappler?
I will also say this. The crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night. But I was only there for about...
Why would you even say that, though? You're tying a noose around...
I don't care if it was 5 seconds. It's Wick. I think the cleaning lady here is the culprit. You killed Ryoma, didn't?
It's too soon to tell. We should hear.
Fuck that noise.
But Miu, you don't have an alibi for when the crime occurred.
Think I'm suspicious? I don't even know where the gym is.
doesn't telling such obvious lies make you more suspicious, Mew?
Why is he over there basking in the glory still?
Let us hear your testimonies.
I was in my research lab the whole time. I didn't go to the gym.
That doesn't count as an alibi.
But that cannot be proven, can it?
Yeah. You know what he just said? Mr. I'm Jesus Christ over there? An alibi requires that it's possible to prove that it happened.
What about Kaito? Only murderers grow out creepy facial hair like mustaches and goatees.
I don't know. Riker in Star Trek Next Generation had a beard.
What? My goatee's not creepy. It gives me a glamorous celebrity vibe.
Actually, I think you're probably better off without the goatee, man.
Anyway, among those four, the
I shave like every other day. I take 15 showers a week and shave every other day.
I apologize, but given the circumstances, we have no choice but to suspect you.
Suspect who? Who's the culprit?
Wait up! Why are you guys suspicious of me? I've been helping the whole time!
Oh, wait. Remember now. I do have an alibi.
You will see whether or not I am suspicious as the trial progresses.
I'm not
Way I'm
the
the
culprit.
culprit!
I agree with all of that. No. I agree, oh no. Yes, it is what I'm thinking. What are you adding to it? Okay. Damn it.
Running away from Gota!
What is your alibi?
Hiding in the
5 minutes.
classroom.
When I was running from
I even
Jimmy,
tried hiding in the girls' bathroom.
things got a little heated at
Until they left the
Nothing
gun.
else perfect.
What's Monkey's alibi?
Right before nighttime, I got tired and I was leaving.
Did you really leave the gym at 9 p.m.? Are you sure you did not stay at the gym?
No, in my own room! Jeez!
God damn it. Oh, I had to, like, do this? Yeah, I was trying to Kibo's thing, and then fucking this
I
guy.
tried hiding in the classroom.
When I was running from
I even
Jimmy,
tried hiding in the girls' bathroom.
Why can't we take turns?
What's Monkey's alibi?
Then right before nighttime, I got tired and I was leaving.
Did you really leave the gym at 9 p.m.? every
What?
day at the
No,
gym?
in my own room.
They better not ever make that any harder.
No, I think Kirumi is telling the truth. Kokichi's story proves it. Kokichi met Kirumi at 9 p.m. and they were to...
Gonta went to the gym to catch Himiko and Angie 5 minutes before 9. After I left Gonta's lab, I'm pretty sure Kirumi stayed at the gym 5 minutes till 9 o'clock.
This information could have been told to us before.
Sorry, forgot. I definitely didn't keep it a secret to...
Forgot? It seems far more plausible that...
Unlike robots, we meatbags can't pull out our memories from our hard drive.
Was that supposed to offend me? Your irrationality fills me with pity.
If I am the culprit, that would mean I killed Ryoma within transported him to the gym, and hid him.
If you called Ryoma out to the gym and killed him there, we wouldn't need to... All you would have to do is hide him in the piranha tank.
You seem like you're trying really hard to prove her as killer. So,
Gonta was in the midst of heading to the gym to capture Angie.
also, I feel like less work was done with your character.
Are you claiming I took...
What the fuck is going on with you over there, Kaito?
Rendezvous at the gym?
You should have taken... If you were in the girls' bathroom that long, you should have taken a shit. You look constipated, man.
That'd be pretty difficult.
Maybe someone snuck into the gym while Kirumi and I were busy talking.
The only ones capable of that are the other three with no out.
Mew, Kaito, and Maki! Ah, you're including me too?
But there's actually one person we can rule out of the suspects list.
Right? There's one person who's totally not suspicious. Say who it...
I wonder.
That's it!
I still want to see it.
Kokichi, you're talking about Mew, right?
What? You?
Yeah, you can take her off the list. She actually has an alibi.
Yeah! Suck it, nerds!
Actually, that's what I'd want you to do. Never mind.
Wait a sec. Since when does she have an alibi?
If you compare everyone's statements, there's no other possibility.
I want to see that.
A girl walking around half naked.
Who else could it be? But the horny exhibitionist Mew.
We can't just jump to conclusions like that. He just saw a shadow, right?
Mew, if you get off on that, I'm okay with helping you with your kink.
That could have been anyone walking around in women's underwear. Even me.
Dude, you sound kind of desperate.
That'd be a whole different issue.
No, it's Mew, without a doubt. Mew and Gonta's statements prove it.
I see. It sounds like Gonta got an eyeful,
I'm jealous, man.
What? Why the heck were you in your underwear, Mew? Well, 'cause, I'm pretty stacked, so... I figured I'd take my clothes off so Gonta would be too flustered to touch me. That's my story and I'm sticking to it, you cockroaches! I
Yes!
think the blood rushed to both of Gonta's heads because he got super embarrassed.
You also have a red face. I'm glad we finally got to we solved the important things in life, guys.
Mew was in her underwear and Gonta got weird feeling. So Gonta ran away.
Well, when you got the body of a goddess, it's only natural to want to flaunt it.
I'm okay if you want to do that anytime, you.
I show my panties to the boys all the time.
I'm all for this.
And I mean all the time.
I'm gonna come visit you more.
So you're welcome, Gonta. Think of me during your next tug session.
Will do.
Most of that was unintelligible nonsense, but it would seem that Mew has an actual alibi.
You don't have a dick, do you? She could build you one, right?
But at least we got everyone's alibis cleared up. We should remember all of this in case we need to recall these events again.
That leaves Kaito and Maki as the only ones with no alibis.
Maki.
Then one of them must be the culprit. But which one, I wonder?
Maki.
Eeny, meeny, miny.
How is Monokuma gonna kill Maki?
Hold up! Don't decide just yet!
Maybe we should determine the sequence of events.
No, we should do something more fun. And I have the perfect idea.
Okay.
We narrowed it down to 2 people, and one of those 2 is the culprit.
That is correct.
Since we don't have to randomly accuse each other, finding the truth just got much easier.
I also agree with this.
So let's find the truth with a more effective method.
Okay.
And what is this effective method?
If one of them is the culprit, then the innocent one should know who the guilty one is. Yeah?
But then the guilty one's just gonna pretend.
Because if you know you're not the culprit, then you can just accuse the other person.
But wouldn't the guilty person just pretend they're not the culprit?
Yes, that is true.
Which means there is one person among us who definitely knows who the culprit is.
That is
That's
true.
Someone who knows, do your best to convince us. Work harder.
Okay, I can get behind this logic.
Work harder?
Basically what we're saying is this. Maki, Kaito, you're the suspects. Maki, if you're not guilty, prove Kaito did it. Kaito, if you're not guilty, prove Maki did it.
Have the 2 argue for their innocence. That's how we'll decide our culprit.
Even if we did that, wouldn't they just pass the blame back and forth?
Well, I mean, they're bound to slip up.
And...
Huh?
You guys talk about cooperation and teamwork, but you're all afraid. You're too scared to point your fingers at others, so you hide behind the word trust. How do you expect to find the culprit when you're all worried about each other's feelings? If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically.
Again, I agree with this.
Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit!
I feel like you have not had enough Pepsi in your life, man. Is that why you turned to evil?
If we want to find the liar, I suggest that the 2 suspects argue against each other.
Why did you suddenly become a Orochimaru?
No more pointless deductions. All we need is for them to fight for their lives. So let's post an argument that's totally not boring but super fun!
Why did your face become the equivalent of an epileptic seizure? Why are you a Tokyo J-pop rave?
We'll scare the culprit until they screw how a true class trial works.
Yeah, until making someone slip up.
Right, Monokuma?
Are you there, Monokuma?
A development like that would liven things up a bit.
And you just care about not being bored. Good for you, Teddy Bear.
I don't agree.
You're agreeing with Monokuma? Just whose side are you on?
I'm on your side. I don't want to die either, you know. That's why we need to take this seriously. Hot debate to smoke out the light.
Why did you become Jim Carrey from the movie The Mask?
And how do you expect us to start this?
If you guys need some help getting started, I can give out the first topic. Our first
What is this picture style?
this. Ta-da!
What? This art style? It reminds me of Hunter x Hunter. And it's awesome.
The Cubs pad.
Not just any Cubs pad, but the one given to our latest victim, Ryoma.
You are amazing at enunciation.
Went to his room to borrow.
So, it wasn't the culprit who took the video from his phone.
And the reason why I brought it out just for this occasion is because one of these two had Ryoma's motive video. Dun dun dun!
One of these two had it?
Why do you seem agitated? You better not be the killer, Kaido. You seem... Do you even have other emotions?
And for
You're
us
more of a
we
robot
need
than the
to
guy
make this
who was
motive
made out of
video
metal.
Take a guess, everyone. Whose motive video did Ryoma have?
It would have to be Maki because I had Kaito's.
That's it.
It was Maki's motive video.
Oh, how did you ever guess? Oh, I know. It's because the motive video that you have belongs to Kaito. Process of elimination wins again. The obvious answer was Maki, right?
Is that true, Shuichi?
Would you have wanted me to tell you? I mean, you specifically said you wanted me to promise not to.
And what about that? Just because Ryoma had my motive video, that doesn't make me the culprit.
Finally, you said something! This is how a debate should be.
You're being more interactive than our fucking recluse still left as a coconut.
I only brought up the motive video to make you talk.
Excuse me?
Okay, now that we got the party rolling, let's get you and Kaito ready to argue. If you're not the culprit, then that means the other one is. Got that? Let's start this extreme death debate. Tear up the other's lies, rip each other apart.
Wait just a minute. What are you trying to...
Quit screwing around! We don't need to debate who's a culprit! I'm not the culprit! That's for sure.
Which means...
Kaito, wait. Maybe Kokichi is wrong. Maybe he...
Maki isn't the culprit either!
What? 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 Even she's like, what?
Huh? Really? You're saying neither of you? Then what would be the point of this whole debate?
Who cares about that? All I know is that neither me or Maki are the culprit.
What, was she in the women's bathroom with you? Are you guys fucking?
Just a hunch I've got.
If you guys are fucking, just be honest. I'm not gonna, well actually I'm gonna judge you, like,
Hunch?
well, I mean, yeah, I don't know if I'd want to stick my dick in Maki.
Are you being serious? You do know all our lives are on the line here, right? And you're betting our lives on just a hunch?
Everyone's got different personalities.
You don't get it. This isn't just any hunch. This is an official hunch from the Kaito Mamoru.
God damn it!
The stars.
Doesn't make it any better.
What?
Stop pulling out the Kamina card!
How illogical. This is even more difficult to comprehend than Kokichi's antics.
You're totally not serious. You can't be that stupid, right?
He may lack ethics, but he has logic.
No, he might actually be that stupid.
I...
Damn idiot!
A two-a-damned idiot!
Hey, don't call me an idiot! Anyway, me and Maki aren't the culprit. There's no doubt about it. I believe in Maki.
What the hell?
What?
You believe in her? Like, based on what?
Huh? I don't gotta base it on anything. No matter where the clues point.
Well, maybe this is a strategy. Kaito, are you being a genius? Are you doing this on purpose to throw Maki off balance? Like, do you actually agree with Kokichi, the guy, I can't pronounce anyone's names. But do you agree with the one checkerboard scarf guy's idea that it's either you or Maki, and you're like, okay, it must be Maki, and you wholeheartedly believe it is Maki, but you're saying it's not, because you're trying to trip her up, because you know arguing straightforward wouldn't work against someone like Maki. If that's the case, that means that you've actually been very observant and very good at understanding Maki as an individual. That's actually very intelligent.
In the end, the only thing that matters is what I believe, right? Whether I believe or not. Whether I want to believe or not. That's the only thing that matters.
So, you do not have any evidence?
Only based...
But I totally get where he's coming from, because I want to believe in Himiko too.
But you're friends of Himiko. I think he's actually taking a gambit. I think he's trying to trick Maki.
Wanting to believe in someone is a beautiful act, yes. However, it is a sentiment that has no place in a class trial.
He's an idiot after all.
It's okay to be idiot, as long as you believe in people.
I guess not entirely untrue.
Guys, I said don't call me an idiot. It really hurts my feelings.
I get you there, man. I still say it's Maki. I think Kaito's taking a gamble. I think he's using cunning and deceit to trip Maki up. There's no way he's that dumb. Granted, it's noble, but it's not a very well thought out. But I think it's actually, he's trying to trick Maki to make her slip up. But you have no reason to believe in Maki.
I'll believe in Maki as well.
Are we...
That's our Kaido, right? Making us think with our hearts.
You too? How could the ultimate detective believe in someone without proof?
But there's no proof linking Maki or Kaido to this crime either. I believe them innocent until proven guilty. For now, they are innocent.
Right on, Shuichi. I knew I picked a good sidekick.
And by the way, I might be the ultimate detective, but I'm in training. I told you that, didn't I? I'm just an apprentice, not a real detective.
How do you plan to get closer to the truth without suspecting either of them?
I like how the music always changes right on fucking cue.
Unless you have evidence to the contrary, these two will remain suspects.
So I just have to turn it around, right?
What? You're gonna go for the throat and blame Kaito.
Huh?
It's not like I owe that idiot a favor or anything just because he defended me. But that hopeless idiot may have encouraged me a bit.
Seriously, enough's enough! Stop calling me an idiot!
What are you trying to say, Maki?
I didn't want to say anything, but I can't stay silent forever.
Okay.
So I'll tell you.
Yeah? And whatever it is, you should have probably said it earlier.
Oh, tell us what?
Probably what we should have opened the entire trial with.
I met up with Ryoma during nighttime yesterday.
Okay.
At nighttime?
Were you guys fucking?
So Ryoma was still alive at nighttime?
I thought the crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night.
Right, you wouldn't want to say it because it would make you look like the criminal.
That's wrong.
Because it does. It actually makes you. And I was already suspecting you.
If that's true, then we have no basis for suspecting only Kite and Maki.
That's right. Everyone suspected them because they know have alibis for those times.
That means me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
Quit fucking around. You think I'm dumb enough to swallow that line of crap?
Yes, this seems too convenient.
Yeah, I mean, we have to have somebody else corroborate that Ryoma was indeed alive at that time.
But why did Maki wait until now to mention that?
It's totally obvious! Maki's so desperate that she has to lie.
Yep, I'm still with the Maki's guilty train. I don't know, but either way, she killed him. But yeah, were you guys fucking? Like, what's going on there? Yep, let's go and make a save. We will save here. It's 2:50 in the morning. Okay, and we'll call that a video. I hope everyone out there had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.